institution commended the Senate Representative Council and the Student Council for organizing a symposium, which he said is part of a broader civic engagement initiative aimed at grooming future leaders and strengthening democracy values. Ohuabunwa further added that this is important because the future of our society and economic development rests on the shoulders of the next generation.
The Chancellor is happy with the Senate, President Council and the Student Union government for organizing this symposium, which is part of a broader civic engagement initiative aimed at grooming future leaders, strengthening democratic values and deepening students' governance within the university environment. For the future of this country, it is therefore very important to cultivate effective leadership skills in our young people. The future of our society and economic development rests on the shoulders of the next generation, and the youth ready for this responsibility. Therefore, preparing the youth to take up leadership roles is an important task. Youth leadership development is essential for several reasons. Developing leadership skills in young people empowers them to take up roles that influence and inspire others.
On his part, a life coach and convener of the Stop the Cycle initiative, Uche Augustine, who delivered a speech on addiction and dysfunction, explained how it can affect mental health, academics, relationships, and all other aspects of life. Augustine identified some signs of addiction as inability to stop, intense focus on the activity, and lack of control and personal health issues, highlighting that if help is not gotten, it will go a long way to reduce the quality and productivity of a person.
When there's deprivation, people are stressed, and when they are stressed, they get into addiction, they get into all kinds of vices. When I talked about the economic society now, rent, feeding, if you go to other developed countries, housing might be a little bit expensive, but they make food very, very cheap. From the United Kingdom even to Europe, I've been privileged to go to those countries, those nations, and I just noticed that they still look for a way to cushion the system, but ours here is harsh, and the people are worried and depressed. Take for example again, a lot of our young Nigerian people are crossing the Mediterranean Sea, crossing the Sahara Desert just to get into Europe. Why? They are stressed, they are bothered, they are looking for an enabling environment because the system doesn't seem to favor them.
Today FM's Onodo Treasure reports that the Senate President of the Student Union Government of the University of Port Harcourt worked harmoniously with the Speaker and Chief Councillors for the success of and the interests of the Nigerian students. Reactions have begun to trail the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board JAMB's recent cut-off points entry requirements into universities and other tertiary institutions by candidates in the country. Speaking to the FM's Magnus Wawa on the development, a senior lecturer at the Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Samson Wagbara, said 150 cut-off points is a welcome development. Wagbara, an associate professor and head of Department of Business Education, Faculty of Education of the university, advised students to study hard and score beyond JAMB benchmark to enable them secure admission easily. He, however, encouraged them to try their hands on technical and vocational skills where they are not able to meet up academic work.
Students have to bend down to study. They really have to study. I love what WAEC is even trying to do now to copy JAMB, CBT exam, so that we should understand, admit students who are the real owners of that papers they are carrying. This idea of I have 3 A's, you should be able to defend the A you are having. It's not all students that should be admitted in university. Some students should take into vocational programs. You are not competent, you're not knowledgeable enough to go into the rigorous of Nigerian. Take into vocational programs, technical skills that will help the nation.
On the 16 years minimum age limit, the university Don, however, applauded the move by the federal government, stressing that maturity is needed to go through a rigorous university system.
Many students do not know why they are here. We have seen cases them even take courses in another department to the end of first semester of first year, even up to second semester of their first year, before understanding, yes, they are not in the real department for which they are admitted. Such students do not know why they are here. Most of them are also being influenced by peer groups, and that has to do with age. At a certain age, one have to attend that you are at the age of independent reasoning, taking certain decisions for you independently, aside from parent guidance and control. So 16 years is a welcome development, and I believe that government is going to review it, even upward.
The paramount ruler of Iba and Obele, King Nwaobodo Sunday Jonah, has revealed plans to constitute a committee that will give recommendation on the possible way of sharing slots of the newly built ultra-modern market to avoid crisis. King Sunday Jonah made the revelation soon after the commissioning of the ultra-modern international market initiated and completed by the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC). King Sunday Jonah assured that after the recommendation by the committee that will be formed, their recommendation will be brought before the Council of Chiefs and Elders for equitable and transparent distribution to avoid acts capable of causing crisis. The monarch of Iba and Obele, while commending the NDDC through the state representative, Chief Tony Okocha, specifically mentioned that while the villagers who donated their land will be given preferential treatment, Iba people will not fail to consider other villagers who had also donated their land for other purposes, just as he urged the people to remain peaceful.
I intend to do is to address the entire people of Iba, address them to avoid anything that the government did not do bad to build a market for us. So issue of quarreling, issue of violence should be avoided. So I will appoint a committee that will do some recommendations. The committee will comprise of the three sessions we have in Iba. We know that Iba has a way of sharing things, and not only that, every community that owns a land that the project is built, they have a share for that provision. But that's not the only community that has provided the land for projects. We have the comprehensive one. And then why sharing, giving them job or anything, we share it amicably and we give priority to them.
Other indigenes of Iba community, including the youth president, Darlington Wadu, and Samuel Amadi, while commending the NDDC for the market, requested for rehabilitation of other basic amenities of school, health center, amongst others, assuring that peace has come to stay in Iba community.
These are markets. We have before now dreamed of having this look of market. In the time past, it was in a shanty mood look, but today it is in a befitting look. So it has given us joy. This will now enhance our economic growth because this market will attract people from far and near come and do business here in Iba.
My community will have normalcy, speed, the community is going very well, it's thriving very well. But we are lacking some amenities, like the social amenities, like the hospital. Our modern hospital is not functioning, and if you go to our primary school or our secondary school, you see that some things are lacking in the classrooms and all the rest. So we are begging the government and people at large, people that are there to help us to come into our aid.
When some persons come into this Iba, there are some changes in the environment which this thing have made a very good impact in the environment.
On the foreign scene, a last-minute settlement has been reached between Boeing and Paul Njoroge, the Canadian man who lost his entire family in the deadly 2019 crash of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302. This is happening days before a high-profile trial was set to begin. Njoroge had filed a lawsuit seeking millions in damages, citing the profound emotional trauma he has endured since the tragedy. In March 2019, his family were flying to their native Kenya when the Boeing 737 MAX suffered a fatal malfunction shortly after takeoff from Addis Ababa. The plane crashed minutes later, killing all 157 people on board. Among those killed were Njoroge's wife, Caroline, and 3 small children, Ryan, age 6, Kelly, 4, and Ruby, 9 months old, the youngest to die on the plane. Njoroge also lost his mother-in-law, whose family has a separate case. Njoroge had planned to join his family in Kenya later, but testified before Congress in 2019 about repeatedly imagining how his family suffered during the flight, which lasted only 6 minutes. Njoroge says he has been unable to return to his family home in Toronto due to the overwhelming grief, as he has struggled to find employment and has faced criticism from extended family members for not accompanying his wife and children on the trip. The terms of the settlement remain confidential. However, the case has been expected to draw renewed attention to Boeing's safety practices and the troubled 737 MAX aircraft. The Ethiopian Airlines crash, along with a similar incident involving a Lion Air flight in Indonesia just 5 months earlier, claimed a combined 346 lives and led to a global grounding of the MAX fleet. To end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. The Defense Headquarters has highlighted some of the achievements in recent operation against terrorists in Borno State. The Kano State government has called for creation of an additional state from its current boundaries. The paramount ruler of Iba and Obele, King Wobodo Sunday Jonah, has revealed plans that will be taken to avert crisis in the allotment of the newly built ultramodern market. And on the foreign scene, Boeing has reached a settlement with man who lost entire family in 737 MAX crash. The news was edited by Uchendu Ajo. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-3850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com with our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. I am Amaka Felix. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Want to know what's happening? Get latest information in sports, politics, lifestyle, you name it. The frequency of choice. Today, 95.1 FM. Today, 95.1 FM. We serve you the latest update on everything. Today, 95.1 FM. We are the voice of the people. The voice of the
people. Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary, because we are the voice of the people. Voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM. Today, 95.1 FM.
The station with the...
As the voice of the people, we make sure that no one misses out. On Today 95.1 FM, there's something for everyone.
Our tech show, because tech is new money. Our kids show, because we love the little ones.
Our gospelration, because it's the moment of truth. Our high life show, because high life is vintage.
Our sports show with the adrenaline. Our midnight show, because we care about your love life.
Our nostalgia drive, because old is gold. Our show for young people, because Gen Z code is on.
Our pidgin bit, because na Naija we dey. Our book review, because books are a mirror. Our big stories, because big things only.
Our health shows with seasoned health experts, because we care that you're healthy. Our eyewitness report, because we want to hear from you. Our reggae shows, because Rastafari. One love.
I mean, so many songs that were really, really amazing. I have a couple that were my favorite from 2010. I will be sharing some of them with you, of course, but then again, I'm also going to run you through the top 5 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 for the year 2010. Beautiful people, it is Nostalgia Drive, and your baby girl is here to make sure that you have a fantastic Saturday night. You know, I'm just giving vibes upon vibes, so make sure to keep it locked with me right here on Today 95.1 FM. Okay, so here are some things to note about the Billboard Hot 100 for 2010. Now, Keisha's single TikTok from her debut studio album Animal came in at number 1, spending 9 consecutive weeks at number 1. Ooh, well. Lady Antebellum's single Need You Now came in at number 2. The first time a country music recording has broken the top 2 since Faith Hill's Breathe, ranked number 1 in 2000. Pop singer Katy Perry had 2 singles within the top 20, California Girls featuring Snoop Dogg and Teenage Dream. Well, R&B singer Usher had 4 singles on the year's chart, 2 being in the top 25. Lady Gaga, she had 4 singles in this year's chart, led by Bad Romance at number 8. And of course, there was Eminem with 3 songs on the list, with 2 in the top 30. Barbadian singer Rihanna had 4 songs in the top 50. The highest was Love the Way You Lie at number 7 with Eminem. Do you love that song, or do you love that song? Drake had 5 singles on the list, which include Find Your Love. Ooh, look, this list for this year, so hot. Really hot, because I mean 2010 was a year where we had amazing singers with amazing songs. Well, of course, I'm going to walk you through the top 5, and maybe, just maybe, there'll be extras. Well, coming in at number 1 is a song titled TikTok, debut single by American singer Keisha, who co-wrote the song with its producers Dr. Luke and Benny Blanco. It was released on August 7, 2009 as the lead single from her debut studio album Animal 2010. Well, according to Keisha, the song's lyrics are representative of her and based on her life. In the lyrics, which have a carefree message, the narrator talks about not letting anything bring them down. Well, in the United States, TikTok spent 9 weeks atop the Billboard Hot 100 and ended up being certified 12 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. Today, the song is among the best-selling digital singles of all time, having sold 14 million digital copies worldwide. Furthermore, it is currently listed as the 68th biggest Billboard Hot 100 hit of all time. Are you even ready for this song, guys?
In the morning, feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
Grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. I'm talking pedicure on our toes. Trying on all our clothes. Boys blowing up our phones. Drop top and playing our favorite CDs. Pulling up to the parties. Trying to get a little bit tipsy. Don't stop, make it pop.
country music trio Lady A, known at the time as Lady Antebellum. Well, the band co-wrote the song with Josh Keir and produced it with Paul Worley. It served as its lead single and title track to their second studio album of the same name and was first released in the US on August 11, 2009, and it features lead vocals from both Scott and Kelly. Well, the song spent 5 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart in late 2009. Well, anyway, this song you and I are definitely going to take a listen to because absolutely. Well, by April 17, 2011, the song became the 9th most downloaded song in history, moving 5 million copies, and surpassed Taylor Swift's Love Story as the most downloaded country song in history. It has since sold over 6 million copies in the US. Let's take a listen to this one.
Picture perfect memories scattered all around the floor. Reaching for the phone 'cause I can't fight it anymore. And I wonder if I ever crossed your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's a quarter